but roll around heaven all day.
And so God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Man then replied, "That's great. Can we also have some electricity with that?" God then said, "No, fuck off and do it yourself." And so behold, Helios One. Are you sure they're gonna let us in?
Yeah.
You're not building me confidence here. Do you actually know anyone stationed here? Surely they'll recognize your beret and just step aside. Actually, fuck that. I've done plenty of favors for the NCR already. I should be allowed to speak with their general at this rate. 10 hut! VIP coming this way.
This is a restricted area. State your business.
My business? I'm a science officer slash engineer slash badass motherfucker on contract with NCR High Command to get this place up to standard. What do you think my business here is? I've even got a first recon sniper as my assistant.
Your being here is a start, soldier. We aren't exactly overflowing with troopers here. But if you really want to help us, talk to the idiot with sunglasses in the back of the plant building. He's been trying to get this place running for months and hasn't made any forward progress.
Hence why I'm here. I was told the civilian contractors in this place needs a good kicking up the backside, and I'm wearing my special shoes today. If the NCR is going to divert manpower to this place, then we expect results. Otherwise, why are you not on the front lines?
I ask myself the same question all the time. But energy is hard to come by around here. Gives you more control over this area than troops ever could. Hell, if we lose the dam to the Legion, this little plant may be our last stand.
I suppose that much is true. But if that's the case, why haven't you got more soldiers guarding this area? There's a Legion camp not far down the road. This place should have heavier security. Otherwise, you could end up welcoming any random guy straight through the front doors.
There should, but we're not getting much power out of it, so none of our enemies have big interest in it either. Not like Hoover Dam, anyway. We had a real fighting force here just long enough to take it from the Brotherhood of Steel. Then they got sent east to the dam like everybody else. Caesar's Legion sends skirmishers every so often, prodding for weaknesses mostly. The reality is, if they really wanted it, we'd all be dead.
And the more you think like that, the more likely it'll happen. You're the commanding officer here, I assume. So you need to maintain morale. Right, do we have any intel on why the Brotherhood was here? If they're so advanced, I highly doubt they would need a facility like this purely for energy, especially if it won't even work properly.
Damned if I know. Put up a hell of a fight, though. We had them outnumbered, I don't know, 20-1 maybe? They held out as long as they could, lost most of their force before they retreated. Gave us a little parting gift, too. They had some of the plant running, but they shut it all down. Enabled an old security system, too, to keep us away from the controls. Jerk-offs.
Indeed they are. I hope you guys gave them a good thrashing, but it seems the situation is worse than I was told. Well then, time for me to go to work. I will need full access to this facility and your lunchroom. A man can't work on an empty stomach.
Later.
Good. Now then, I'll have my diagnostic drone sweep this facility immediately, and, don't bother radioing High Command. I will do that personally. Seriously, don't radio them. The guy in charge is a little pissed off right now. You do not want to set him off. Okay, so far so good. They haven't arrested us yet. Right, Helios One, the dawn of a golden age. Poseidon energy. Yeah, well, until we find something truly interesting in here, I reserve my judgment. Right now, you still sound like a malfunctioning robot to me. Well, you can start by telling me something more specific about this place. Or are you just going to conveniently say you don't remember again? You learned that trick from me, didn't you? Well, this place better ring a bell, because I didn't really fancy going into another pre-war facility so soon after RepCon. Well, at least we won't find any chupacabras in here. I do like how that officer outside assumes we know exactly where to go. I mean, back of the building? Care to give us a tour first? Oh, at ease, troopers. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Shit. Where is this guy I'm supposed to talk to? You can't expect me to maintain this facade forever. Having said that, I'm surprised that woman bought it in the first place. As far as lying through one's teeth is concerned, I am a fucking guru. If you need guidance on deception, fraud, or just good old-fashioned bullshitting, then seek me and I shall enlighten you. For a nominal fee, of course, but think of the price. Okay, I don't know how long ago these guys drove the Brotherhood out of here, but a spot of tidying up couldn't hurt. Do you know anything about the battle boon?
We won.
That's it? Not going to give me any details? This is going to be another Bitter Springs, isn't it? Were you even there?
No.
Aw, damn it. I wanted to hear what it's like fighting guys in power armor. That's about the only thing I know about the Brotherhood, by the way. Pretty much everyone knows they have a hard-on for technology. Hoo hoo, the things they do to robots are not pretty. Yeah, well, there's a reason why they're considered the boogeyman of all robots. You want to behave yourself from now on, Edward, or else I might just make a rather ludicrous deal. I'm still waiting for you to find something interesting, by the way. If you need to download files or whatever, then go for it. As long as I get to see what it is that's so attractive about this place, then I'm fine with it. And of course, you better not go against NCR interests, I suppose. We are traveling with someone who's rather fond of them, and you know what? I don't think we want to piss him off.
Yeah, I guess not.
Oh yeah, keep threatening, Mr. Moon. I'm sure that'll end well for all of us. Just remember, there are 2 of us and only 1 of you. So don't try anything too ambitious, okay? You scratch my back, and I'll try not to stick a knife in yours.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
See how well we're communicating here? But back to the matters at hand. How much further do we... Oh, good. Many lab coats. Yeah, we've had such lovely experiences when it comes to people like you. And talk about taking your work home with you. You've brought your home to your work. Ha! You're either dedicated or you just don't have a life. I'm guessing the latter.
Hey, man.
Aha! You're the one I'm looking for.
Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they?
Well, considering how the woman outside referred to you as the idiot with the glasses, I'm guessing your future career prospects with the NCR wasn't looking great in the first place.
Ah, shit. Shit, man. I need this. Gotta pay the bills. And I'm addicted to a lot of different kinds of chems. I mean a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the best thing for you to do now is to give me even more dirt. Forget the NCR. Unless you make it worth my while, you're not getting another job for the rest of your miserable life.
Aw, man. How am I supposed to buy chems now? Fine, here.
Well, I'm glad we can understand each other. Honestly though, I would be rather worried about my job security if I were you. The guys outside don't exactly have a high opinion of you, if you know what I mean.
Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control, baby. No one else can do what I do here.
Is that so? And what exactly do you do here other than smoking God knows what all day? Oh, I can actually smell it now.
What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good.
Really? Wow. You know, Boo, I was told that NCR outposts aren't technically allowed to hire mercenaries, and yet they will hire chem addicts who dress like scientists?
Yeah, well...
Well, nothing. This is bullshit. How many bribes did you hand out to secure this job?
It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard.
Say what? Okay, if that's how things work around here, then I really should pretend to be the general of the whole fucking army. I bet they'll even ask me what kind of cigar I want. So you have no qualifications whatsoever, and yet they let you mess around in here, doing... what?
Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women. Man, how cool would that be?
Right. You know what, Eddie? I don't really care what you hope to find in this place anymore. We're getting out of here. This whole place could blow up any second with this lunatic in charge. He has no fucking clue what he's doing.
No, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't know what effect it's going to have.
Precisely.
Over there controls power in this building. That station has readouts on the computer network. That big knob there makes a crazy noise. Sparks come out of that slot if you put stuff in it. And I'm learning more every day.
No, just stop. If you're learning things by sticking shit into power outlets, then fuck off to a library and do some reading instead. What the hell do you think you're going to achieve here?
Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic.
Oh, piss off.
But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency. And I guess that just isn't good enough for some asshole.
You're surprised?
Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying?
Funnily enough, I've been dealing with that kind of shit ever since I got here, except the egg they're breaking is usually me. So, retargeting the mirrors will maximize energy output? That's not rocket science, and I've actually done some of that today. How would you do it?
There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you?
Well, I'm gonna have to now, considering how every day you spend loitering around here means another potential day of explosive disaster. Believe it or not, I don't like the idea of taxpayers' money going towards a man who's going to send their troops sky high next time he's tripping on cycle.
Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran.
No, fuck you, man. I'm gonna be the one risking my neck out there, so I'll decide where to send the power. Besides, they've got the dam already. Why should we send them even more from here?
Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell that is. That's where the NCR wants the power, so that's where I want it.
Do I care?
But you know, you do that, maybe I put in a good word for you with them. Fantastic's little helper. There's a reputation you can hang your hat on.
No thanks actually. If I was an employer, I would actively hunt down anyone you ever recommend in fear of having someone else equally incompetent working for my organization. If that's the only payment you can offer me, then I'd rather do it for free.
Here, you'll want this. It's the password to one of the terminals outside. Found it written on one of the stalls in the bathroom.
You found it where? Wow, that must have been one seriously pissed off employee. Either that or Poseidon Energy hired brain-dead pseudo-scientists who cared less about security breach than what they were going to have for dinner. In other words, you would have fitted right in. I hope you're proud of yourself, Eddie, because somehow we're going to solve other people's problems again for fuck all in return. If I keep this up, I'm gonna end up single-handedly winning the entire war in NCR's favor by the end of the month. And the best part is, motherfuckers like you won't even remember who we were.
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist?
Oh, you want my occupation? Well, how long have you got? Because I've been everything from a mercenary to a vigilante and from a pest exterminator to a lab assistant. Right now, though, I'm just a drifter if you're really interested.
I see. Then you must have some special business here for them to have let you through.
Special business? Oh, you mean charity work? Because that's what I feel like I'm doing here. I mean, sure, they want me to help them restore full power to this place, so it's some pretty damn technical charity work.
Interesting. Forgive me for prying, but I'm curious. Are you with a particular group?
Hold on, is this some kind of interview? Because if so, then you should be fired for giving a job to that idiot back there. Besides, the only reason you're asking me that question is because you suspect I'm not with the NCR. And no offense, but you don't look like you are either. I think it would be a lot easier for both of us if you told me who you're with first, because I'm not obliged to say a single word to you.
Very well, yes. I'm part of the followers of the apocalypse. If you're not familiar, we seek peace and the spread of knowledge. Knowledge that must never be lost to the world. Now your turn.
Followers of the what? You know, it's a good thing I listened to the whole thing, because I swear that name sounds like some kind of doomsday worshipping cult. You want to think about changing it if you ask me. But in case you haven't noticed yet, I'm not with any particular group. It's hard enough being aligned to nobody but myself.
Then for everyone's sake, I hope you serve a worthy master. Are you a maker of war or peace?
Okay, are we sure this isn't some kind of job interview? Because I swear, abstract questions like that are always designed to mindfuck the applicant. In that case, maybe I don't want to do either. I'm completely impartial, motherfucker. What do you make of that?
Ah, but there's no avoiding it. You can only outrun the choice for so long.
Wanna bet?
Take now, for instance. You're inside a facility with lost technology, some of it very dangerous. Unless you turn and leave right now, you'll be very much involved in the lives of people you've never seen or met.
Shouldn't you be saying that to the one who's apparently in charge here? Besides, this is a solar power plant, not a nuclear one. What's so dangerous about this place?
I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military. Targeting computers, shock sensors. A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes.
Archimedes? Oh, great. We've got fake Romans invading the place. We don't need more archaic language. I'm assuming this Archimedes is the name of the weapon system?
Yes. And the technology they have in this facility is like nothing I've seen. Some of it reminds me of Enclave equipment.
Oh,
but more
great.
advanced. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic, no matter who claimed it. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up.
Don't start that again, please. Yeah, my robot have a phobia with that word. So you're saying the Brotherhood knew about it? As if they haven't got enough shiny toys to play with.
They weren't here for me to ask, but I doubt they were here for electricity.
I knew it!
When the NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. They usually steer clear of one another, but something here changed their minds. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. It's likely they were trying to reclaim Archimedes when the NCR arrived.
Okay, you're starting to worry me now. With everything that's going on, this sounds exactly like the sort of thing the NCR would be interested in. They must know something about it, right?
Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and decipher the systems here. He spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time.
No kidding, because considering how I'm here on their behalf, you kind of just told me everything they would want to know. Good thing I bullshitted my way in here in the first place. I mean, they're not expecting anything from me other than getting more power out of the place.
Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror control terminals outside. You'll need it.
Let me guess. You found this written on the bathroom stall. Oh no, wait, this is for the other terminal. Ha, that's convenient. Now, judging by what you've told me, I've got numerous places to direct the power. What are the choices available?
Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt, but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice.
Oh, don't worry. I wasn't really planning to send it to those rich pricks in the first place. Honestly, some people out there could still be living in straw huts for all we know. Having said that, why would you trust me with this? For all you know, I could just take the weapon myself. Assuming that's even technically possible.
I'm a man of letters. I'd be torn to pieces by the security system they have in that tower. I'd never reach the mainframe. But eventually, the NCR will. Or if not them, Caesar's Legion. They will use this place for war. Because the possibility exists you might do anything else, you're the only choice I have.
Well, why are you even here if you can't actually do anything about it? Once again, the scientists have to rely on some good old-fashioned hired muscle, is that it?
I was sent here when we saw that the NCR had taken it. We have no record of the facility, but its original builders were cause for concern. I'm to determine the threat level of this place and do everything in my power to prevent the revival of any dangerous pre-war technology. The NCR let me stay because they are desperate for answers about this place, but I've kept them in the dark.
In that case, you better keep at it if that's all the good you can do. I guess I was wrong. You made sure that idiot back there got this job, didn't you? Well, luckily for you, I don't think giving the NCR some kind of super weapon is such a good idea. So I guess the secret is safe with me. Come on guys, let's go.
Goodbye.
Yeah, after seeing some pre-war rockets taking off this morning, I think a solar power station being a secret weapon in disguise is actually quite normal in comparison. And don't think I'm not onto you, Eddie. Yeah, that's right. You knew about all this, didn't you? And yet somehow you didn't think it was worth mentioning? Either way, I guess we're going to get hands-on with the whole science thing today. You feel like being my assistant on this, Boone?
If you want. It's not really my thing.
And you think I feel any different? Besides, just think of all the shooting you might have to do. You love that stuff, right?
Not as much as you'd think.
Are you sure? I'll help you kill more legionaries after this.
Fine. Let's get out of here.
Ha! I got you right where I want you.